You know what? This might be the time where they introduce premium cores, strike time video. If you know what, here's the thing. It's probably going to be a good anniversary because why else would they make a full dedicated video to it? Because we hadn't had a strike time since forever. Then we had the Apocalypse one. Now we're getting one so soon afterwards. So I feel like there's going to be good news in here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Strike time. All right. They didn't spare any expense on the animation department, I'll tell you that. This type of animation's not free. Hype music on point. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, is this a Google thing? Fuck off then. Hype music was on point.
Greetings, Marvel Strike Force community. Welcome to a very special episode of Strike Time where we are going to be talking about the game's 5th anniversary events coming up in March. There are so many events, prizes, and surprises in today's interview, so let's jump right in.
Surprises?
All right, I am super happy to have on the show, I say that a lot, but this time I really mean it, Mr. Brandon West, my friend and colleague. How are you, good sir?
Doing well. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Your volume's a bit low.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so you are a product manager for the game. Can you let the players know a bit about what a product manager does?
Yeah, I think the better question is, like, what does a product manager do? We have our hands in a little bit of everything, actually. Mm-hmm. But specifically my job is I'm in charge of, like, limited time events like milestones or, like, group miss most recently.
Mm-hmm. Fuck this guy. Okay? He's a part of events. Fuck this guy. He needs to stop it with the milestones. Come on, dude.
But my biggest accomplishment for the last year or so has been helping get the Apocalypse Saga out. Like, I have been responsible for day-to-day things like event cadence, event rewards, but for both sagas and scourges, as well as when we sold them in orbs, like when we had the Death Orb or the War Orb or the Famine Orb, as well as help like design the rewards and timing of when Apocalypse actually comes into the game.
So how long have you been working on the game? Because I've been working on it for almost 4 years, and I know you were here before I got here.
Yeah, man. I've actually been here for almost 6 years now.
Wow.
I was here even before we went into beta.
Before launch.
Or soft launch, however you want to call it.
Which is where we're only in a few countries.
Correct. Yeah, I think ours was...
Now you can't put all the event hate on him because they have multiple people doing multiple events, but it does seem like they're sacrificing him right now. If he says he did the Kang event in the next couple seconds, oh boy, like, ooh, why didn't they blur his face out? The second he said I was in charge of events, they should have blurred his face. This is ridiculous. You're sacrificing this man on the altar. I will say though, I actually appreciated the pacing of the Apocalypse event. I felt like the sagas had pretty good spacing, and they did the reruns quite often. And now that we're getting Apocalypse, I feel like it's been pretty well spaced, being that it was supposed to be a year event. Here we go.
I can't even remember the country, but I know we added Canada at some point. Like, I remember that. And yeah, I was in the room when they pushed the button. I wasn't the person who pushed it, but you know, I was in there and they went boop, and we were live in those countries. And it was really fun.
So you mentioned you do a lot of work on events. And I know you're here today to tell us about some of the events coming into the game. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm really happy to announce that we're doing something really big. It's the 5th anniversary, like big 5. Not a lot of games make it this far. So I wanted to do something really special. So I talked it over with a few colleagues, including yourself, and we wanted to bring back a lot of legacy content, like events, missions, team-ups, etc. Like, bring it to the game so that new players who are joining, as well as veteran players, can enjoy alike.
So when you and I were having that discussion, as you mentioned, about all these different events that we could potentially bring back.
So I'm not trying to interrupt too much, but I am going to say bringing old events back is great. Like Kestra was an event campaign, Minerva was an event campaign, Psylocke, a bunch like that. But if we ever have to core so that we can keep up with the monthly meta event, no. And if he's in charge of the event milestones, that might be where we're going. No to coring old characters, okay? No.
There were a few that really sprang to the forefront of the conversation. What were some of those?
Yeah, most notably, there were things that we did back in early 2018, 2019 called team-up events. They're like little mini legendary events where you get to only have 2 characters.
Okay, yeah, I like those.
In them, and you do a bunch of missions, you get a cool story.
Get some T4s at the end.
Ant-Man and Wasp and Rocket and Groot. Yeah, we're bringing both of those back, as well as something that I internally coined the Mega Team-Up, which includes all 4 of those characters and everyone's kind of rated R fan favorite Deadpool.
Mega Team-Ups. All right. Well, a little bit of our internal...
Did everyone notice 5 useless characters on your screen right there? So hopefully they get reworks, including that Pimtech team, and the Guardians have a movie, so hopefully they get reworked too. If we're going to have to build them up for events, please make them usable. Otherwise, expect the backlash. Like, expect it.
Internal lingo making it out into the community once again. So yeah, the team-ups are definitely retro.
There's a new Deadpool movie?
I don't even remember.
Sick.
When was the last time we actually ran one of those?
Yeah, the last time we ran them was, I believe, around Valentine's Day of 2020.
So it definitely has been
I think I remember that one.
What are some of the other types of classic or legacy events are we bringing back?
One of the cornerstones of our live ops experience has been ECMs, or event campaign missions, as you will. Players look forward to those because it's a really great way to unlock a character. You see how they play, you get a great story.
You've made them worse by drop rates and the orbs.
Really strong version of them at
the stories have been trash.
So I really wanted to continue bringing back legacy versions of them.
So you want to copy paste old shit?
Psylocke,
okay.
Minerva, and Kestrel.
So those 3.
Oh, those are the 3 I mentioned. Sweet.
Psylocke, Kestrel, Minerva. What are the motivations behind choosing those 3 specifically?
Minerva was an obvious choice. When she came out, she changed the game completely. And she kind of broke a lot of rules on how
She's trash now.
Characters or designing teams.
Is Kree getting a rework?
And actually, she was the motivating factor for our community to create their own team called BKT.
BKT meaning
best Kree team.
Where the only Kree on the team was Minerva, which included other characters like Thanos, Star-Lord, Rocket, Raccoon, and Groot.
Yeah, I think how that started, it was
your players knowing how to play the game better than you do. We get it.
Of the community.
If you're doing Minerva, make sure she gets a rework because she's trash right now compared to Web Warriors and compared to Rebirth.
The answer would invariably come back, this team. And so it was kind of
She's not a character you should build up early game. You shouldn't.
Everyone took the joke in stride.
Oh, it's the best Kree team where there's only one Kree. And then Psylocke. Yeah, Psylocke just got
oh no, the blog's bad.
When she joined the Death Seed team with the newest Horseman or the latest Horseman, Archangel. So I knew that she would be a good choice to do because players need her if they don't have her already, and she would just be used to help get Apocalypse. And then Kestrel. Kestrel's our first original character. You can't bring back legacy content and not.
This is good. This one's good.
Original characters.
Going back to what you said,
I know she's
Minerva,
like easy now because she's in the milestone orbs, but it's still good to give her an event.
Game modes. One of those was Dark Dimension, right?
Minerva was essential in beating both Dark Dimension 1 and
oh no,
Dark
it's that
Dimension
bad.
2. And that kind of led me to thinking we should do another iteration of Pocket Dimension, including Minerva and her best Kree team.
Right, so it really lets the players, especially the ones who weren't around at the time, get somewhat of an experience similar to going through those with Minerva the first time.
Yeah, and...
Stop it. No. Do not suggest people build up fucking Minerva. Do not suggest people build her up for new game or mid game at all. That is stupid. That is so dumb. The way new characters have their stats and their kits, you don't even need to bring a healer in for Dark Dimension. That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard, ever. Don't do that. Don't do that. We got ads. Let me know when the ads are done, and we'll start. Don't build up new characters. Jesus. Don't build the old characters. Sorry, Jesus. Just build up the new characters to get through that. Well, the ads auto run, guys. I'll let them end. Oh my god. Because I started ranting after that. Don't do that. Don't build up Minerva. Don't. Oh my Christ. I'll be back in 4 hours. I don't control the ads. I gotta feed the boys. All right, I got 2 boys. They're growing up. Let me know when they're done. Minerva confirmed the 5th Horseman. Jesus. Triple E ads for the girl. Yeah, we'll have to add some more when the next kid comes. What do you build on Kree-Lane? You have Phyla-Vell, you have Captain Marvel, and that's it. Build up your... Well, I guess you could build up Minerva for that if you want, but putting gamma radiation onto Minerva is garbage compared to using some Pimtech characters that don't take it. You can't control them until you're Twitch partner. Well, I'll never be Twitch partner because I keep streaming Hogwarts Legacy, so that's not going to happen. Is the ad break where you talking about the PIM rework? I hope. Is the ads done? They got to be done by now. We've been filibustering for long enough, I think. Ads are done? Yes? Someone give me a thumbs up? They're done.
If you can do Pocket Dimension with Minerva, you can most definitely do Dark Dimension 1 and 2 if you haven't done so already.
Another type of event we haven't seen in a while are ones that you actually called character events. When you first said it, I actually didn't know what you were talking about. What are character events?
Yeah, I think when we first launched the game, they were actually called legendary events. Like, we didn't have an actual legendary event to launch, so we just called them legendary. But since then, we've introduced legendary characters like Iron Man, Magneto. The game itself had changed the name of those events to character events.
That's it, I'm buying Minerva?
So you can think of character events like the Crossbones event or the Electro event that happened to newer players. We're bringing back ones that...
Did he say the Electro event? Electro rework confirmed, guys. Mobile Gamer is a prophet.
Yeah, which
I don't even know if he said it. I'm hearing that now because Mobile Gamer put it out into the universe.
And Thanos. These events don't have any requirements to play, so you can use any character you want to play them, and you'll get some good rewards.
Especially
I like that. I like how there's no trades.
Exactly.
Without any requirements in it.
They're also really great for returning players as well. So, like, if you haven't played the game in a while, you might not have played these events.
You mentioned Crossbones and Elektra, which once you beat them...
Elektra, not Electro. Same shit.
And you don't see them again. Is that the same case here?
Yeah, once you've played it one time, beat it, you cannot play it again.
I'm a bit surprised to say at this point, we're not done about talking about game modes we're resurrecting here.
Oh?
I see that we're going to be revamping what players have already experienced as the Gambit Raid.
Okay.
What are some of the iterations that we've made since the...
Gambit Raid has potential to be fun
back Gambit Raid.
if they don't do stupid
first iteration, though, we're taking
requirements.
The feedback that we received.
Okay, here we go.
Changes to it. We are going to be increasing the number of characters in each trait
list. Good.
Most of these characters are going to have
some synergy
benefits, so it should make each trait feel better when you play through the nodes.
Good. Okay, good.
And then we're also removing playing Gambit Raids gets you progress in a milestone. So when we ran it the first time, you had to play Gambit Raids to progress in this milestone. This time you're just playing it with your alliance to get great rewards.
For the past 2 years...
Okay, that's the same shit. Do they not understand that is the same shit? Relying on your alliance to get raid rewards is the same thing as relying on your alliance to get milestone rewards. If you are relying on 23 other people to perform for rewards, that's the same thing. That's literally the same thing. That's the same thing. What? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, look, that is... okay, I don't know what to say. Okay, it's the same shit.
Costumes for the anniversary, including last year, which was Black Bolt, and Nick Fury, which was the previous year. Right. Are we continuing that trend again this year?
To go along with the return of Kestrel Elysium, we're giving...
All right, I'll pause it when Archangel explains. But here's the thing. So they did say that they're going to use raid-based characters. So more people in your alliance should at least have those characters built, right? They're not going to have you rely on your dad bros and your Ravagers, which is good. If they have raid characters, that's great. Hopefully they're the new raid characters, and they're not going to try and make you rebuild your Web Warriors or your Symbiotes or Axemen, stuff like that, because then that'll just tax the new to mid-game players, and the veteran players won't bat an eye. So hopefully they're going to do the new characters. Hint, hint, Archangel, please make sure they're doing all the new characters that are being released, that are current in the meta for raids, not Symbiotes, not Axemen. Don't have people build up these crappy teams. Please. We'll continue while he writes this stuff up.
Kestrel an anniversary costume. And one thing that you'll know...
This is just a chroma skin for Kestrel, and I'm all for it, okay? This is really pretty. I hate chroma skins, but this looks really good, all right? The Fury one where he's all decked out in gold too, I also like that one. I also got that one. I think it was the first skin. I'm a fan. What can I say?
or notice about the costume is that it shares a lot of the color schemes as do the previous 2 costumes.
Okay, so the color palette basically being chosen.
Yes, I like yellow gold.
That might be a recurring thread through future anniversaries as well, in theory.
Yeah, that's something we thought about when we first did Nick Fury's costume 2 years ago, is we wanted to do...
I'll tell you what they wanted to do. They were having a meeting. They were like, oh, we're going to make costumes. What is the purpose of making costumes? And how do we want to go about it? And there was some person hidden in the shadows at the end of the desk. And he was saying, we like gold. And they just started putting gold on the first characters because it's all about the money. All right.
Something that was true to the character, but also was simple enough to translate to future iterations of costumes that we do for the anniversary.
Are we in a spot to where we can talk about how players will unlock that costume yet?
We're leaning towards doing something similar to what we did with Shang-Chi's movie-inspired costume.
We got that one for
Players
free.
were asked to collect and open specific medallions.
We got that one for free.
Along those lines this time for the
for
Kestrel.
No, we had to spend 3,000 cores for the Shang-Chi one, right? There was one medallion you had to buy with cores. So start stocking up your cores if you want that skin, I guess. 1,000. We had to open up one of the medallions was 1,000 cores, and you had to do that.
Yeah, but we'll publish those exact details in a blog before the event starts.
So I hear that Kestrel is not the only character that will be getting a new costume for this anniversary window.
If you've been a player of Marvel Strike Force for the last couple of years, you'll know that we've been launching...
You fucking kidding me right now? They're going to do a shield medic skin? Are you fucking kidding me? I told you shield was the team to build for the Death Scourge, didn't I? If you build up your shield, you'll actually get to use this character and see it. Now, you won't be able to do well in the Death Scourge because it was an awful team to build, but you could build it. Jesus Christ. Talk about taking an L. They definitely just had this in a folder that was saved somewhere in the dusty part of their computer, and they found it. They're like, oh, we had a male version of it. Let's call it a skin and slap it on there. The animations are already done. 100%. Come on. This is...
these videos on YouTube called Team Up Tales, which feature a shield medic, telling about new characters that have been added to the game and how they interact with this shield medic. We are going to be bringing that version of shield medic into our game as a costume.
Dude, that is like totally awesome. I am so stoked about that.
What the fuck do you mean you're so stoked about a shield medic costume? This man doesn't play the game, all right? Yo, he doesn't play the game. Nobody's excited for a fucking shield medic costume. This is a lie. Those are the eyes of a liar. Those are the eyes of a liar. All right, let me see what Archangel had to say. So Archangel says, the milestones required much more micromanaging. Now you'll have better options so you can go in and push hard with less effort. But it is still a raid, so to your point, the Alliance still has to work together just like any other raid, but hitting specific milestones span across days, and if someone screwed up one day, it would have ruined the whole event. Now it's what you do every day. Now I do not know every detail, but I will share more with you, Dorky That Wants to Know More. Okay. You didn't satiate any of the curiosity behind it, but Archangel I know is a player. Okay? Archangel hits me up with some theory crafting stuff every once in a while. I know he's a player, and I like him as a person. Some of you like to shoot the messenger. I don't. So we'll see. But I like the idea of Gambit raids if it's raid-based characters that are new. Okay? If it's new characters, then it makes sense, and it can be a fun event. Because here's my big problem with events, is that they're just offers. Events lately have just been offers. But if they're doing a raid that has new nodes, new enemies on it, and it's a limited time, and you play through it, that's an event. That is by definition an event. So I will not shit on that idea until it says you have to build up symbiotes. Okay? Until it says you have to build up symbiotes, I'm good with it. Because that's a real event. And I will support that wholeheartedly.
That I think a question the players probably have as a follow-up is, will we see any new versions of those Team Up Tales videos?
That's actually something we've been talking about recently. And if you
ever want to know if these are scripted, That right there was the most scripted shit I've ever seen. He's like, so I know this is happening. He knows this is happening. Let's bring it up organically.
Can
Come on now.
subscribe to this channel. You might.
That was as bad as him saying he's excited for Shield Medic. Okay, you need to get your boy. You need to get your boy Cerebro some acting lessons on this one. All right, what's Archangel saying? The Shield Medic costume was a lot of work. I know people. I know people are really excited. Come on. I can't see your eyes, but I can see them glazed over, dude. Don't say that. Okay, you're not excited. Okay. Some people are. It does have a meaning, though, because the YouTube videos of the male medic. Okay, there's some nostalgic behind it. I'll get it, but you never will use that character. That's the problem.
Just see some more upcoming.
There's some nostalgic value to it. Okay, I did see that medic a lot when I decided to download the game. He was in the helicarrier doing stuff.
Are there any details you can share about how we will unlock that costume?
So we're asking players to go to marvelstrikeforce.com. There will be a new link at the top navigation bar that says sweepstakes. And then you click that and you enter your email address and you enter in the sweepstakes. Everyone who enters the sweepstakes and gives their player identification number will get the costume sometime after the sweepstakes ends.
And they'll get that through the inbox, right?
Correct. They will get it through the inbox.
All right, Mr. West.
So
thank
free.
you so much for coming on
but
here
who cares?
And sharing those details with us. And I know this was a big collaborative effort across the studio. Many people had to work together to make this happen.
Jocko dropping the sub or the gift sub. Thank you so much, my friend.
So
I got to talk about this guy a little bit. We got to be nice. Listen. Shout out to this guy for being a part of the game through the ups and the downs because he's been there from the beginning. He must know that the events before were more generous than they are now. And he must know if he watches any videos that people are a little bit unhappy right now, okay? So I don't fault him for doing whatever his bosses in the money-making department, because they definitely have a money-making department. I don't fault him for that. It's out of his hands. He just does what the events are. Now, if he's part of the team that says, let's try and make events again by having a Gambit raid style thing and they can make it less cash grabby, more event-like, then we got to give him some props. All right.
So much fun.
All right, guys, please welcome to the show. We have C.R. Ingalls, who's a producer.
But if it was his idea for the meta monthly events, fuck him again. Okay? Whoever's idea it was for the monthly events and how they've gotten progressively worse, I'm not a fan of you. I'm not a fan of you. I'll be civil. I won't because I just said fuck you, but I am not a fan of you. And fuck you.
On Marvel Strike Force. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited.
So how long have you been with Scopely / Boundless?
Oh, God. A really long time. I have...
Okay. Don't say Scopely / Boundless. Because it may not be in your office a negative, but there's been so... Whenever you go on Reddit, that's read as a negative. That is read like a cuss word when the players write it. Okay, in Discords, when we're writing Scopely / Boundless, it's normally followed by the greedy bastards at Scopely / Boundless, or Scopely / Boundless ruined the game. It's always said like that. Don't use those words in these videos anymore. Instead, say, how long have you been with Marvel Strike Force? Say that, okay? Because there is no positive connotation between the words Scopely and Boundless with your player base. Let's continue.
I've been at Scopely for 9 years now. This year will be my 9th. So
No. So she's been there before they started murdering Marvel Strike Force. Ooh.
kind of feel like I was raised here. I've only been on Strike Force for 2 of those years, but I definitely have one of the longest tenures at the company.
So to prepare for this, I looked at your Slack profile.
It's not her fault, guys. I'm just kidding.
Kind of putting this together, and it says there that your title is Scheduler Supreme. Where did that come from?
She's murdered so many games
over your producer title.
No, definitely not what I prefer. I definitely prefer to use my official producer title. I just thought it would be a fun play on Sorcerer Supreme, since a lot of what I do is be a master of the schedule.
So when you go up to people and you're asking them to do stuff, you ever do kind of the hand motions?
Yes, all the time, every day.
Make animations appear now.
Yes, absolutely.
So you are a producer. We have several producers on the team. you are assigned to the combat pod, which, if I'm not mistaken, includes guys that we've had on the show, such as Byron, Todd, and Matt, right?
Yes. So we actually call ourselves the Swarm Pod now because we
Oh.
are combat and character. And if you've interviewed Matt, then you know exactly why we call ourselves the Swarm Pod. So I am in charge of the pipeline from concept all the way to live release for every single character. And because we are such a huge pod, I also make sure that guys like Todd and Byron and Matt stay sane.
Yeah, I think to this day, Swarm is still Matt's favorite character that he got in the game, right?
Yep, 100%.
So speaking of which,
All right, Matt, on that note, if you watched my most recent Kang Red Star opening, I did get a 7 red Doc Ock, and that team sucks. You like Swarm, I have good red stars. Let's see a Sinister Six rework. We need Kraven, we need Scorpion, Sandman, Hobgoblin. Take your goddamn pick. Just make sure Doc Ock's on the team, because I just opened up a set red stars, and it's criminal how bad they suck. And you like Swarm. We need a charged Sinister Six team rework. Make it happen, Captain. For the love of God, make that Doc Ock worth it.
that's a group of very passionate individuals. They all have characters that they want to get into the game. You ever been part of any, like, maybe heated or passionate conversations with those guys about, you know, them talking about, like, no, I want my character in next. No, we should put this character in next. That kind of thing?
No, never. We have never gotten into any disputes ever. No.
She looks like she's at gunpoint right now. She's like, no, everything is good in Ba Sing Se. There is no war. Look at her. She's looking directly at the camera for help. Somebody send in the team, whoever saves people in hostage situations, okay? Somebody save her. Yeah, blink twice if you need help. Seriously.
No disagreements. We are all on the same page all the time. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't say that we get into heated discussions, but there's definitely a lot of healthy debate that goes on. People are really protective of their favorite characters, and everyone wants to see justice done to each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit. Why did no one fight for Scarlet Witch to get like a Gamora style rework? All right, I refuse to believe no one at the Marvel Strike Force team doesn't like Scarlet Witch. Come on now. Rework the old characters that people actually like.
So very lively, all the discussions.
So you mentioned animations. One of the things that our players have just told us all the time is that they love the animations that we have for the characters. Really
The animation and the art department don't miss. They're really
What
good.
are some of the sources
Except for
that
Hulk.
the team looks at for inspiration when they're looking to make that animation sweet?
Everything, honestly, every piece of media that we've consumed, if you look really closely, you'll probably see where like little inspirations come from. Like, I know that Moondragon had a Matrix move in her suite. A lot of our martial arts characters have inspiration drawn from kung fu movies. We have animators who are really, really into kung fu movies. There's one who is actually a master martial artist. He'll record himself doing martial arts and then use those recordings to block out his animations, which is really cool.
Now, is that in the animation bay, or do they go somewhere else for that? Because I can imagine flying kicks by the monitors, maybe not such a good idea.
From what I've seen, I think he does it in his living room.
Oh, okay. All right, so he's got dedicated space. Good. Well, that's really cool that you get to be part of
Karnak buff
that
confirmed.
creative
Let's go.
process. Are there any contributions that you've had in your time here that you can point to and said, hey, I had a hand in that?
Yes, I actually can point to a couple of them that I'm really proud of, but the one that will always stick out in my head is the very first one that I made. When I first joined the team, we were still working on Silver Surfer, and we were coming up with a pose for his shell idol, which is the pose that you see in the roster selection screen. Mm-hmm. And no one could come up with anything very dynamic because we had to worry about that giant board that he has. So I found this sideshow statue of Silver Surfer that had this like really dominating, like imposing pose, and I threw that into the discussion, and everyone looked at it and was like, "Ooh."
Here's that, by the way.
and that ended up.
Collective ooh.
It
went up
was
from the
awesome.
animator.
It was like 2 months on Marvel Strike Force, and I got to have something that I came up with get into the game. Pretty cool.
So you spoke about the shell idols, And one of the things that we've seen a lot more of in the past few years are these little animations that are in the roster screen. And the animators have a very specific name for that, which I've heard them use in some of our meetings. What is that name and where did that come from?
Fidget.
Fidget.
I don't know where the name came from. They just started
stealing
using
the
it
word
one day,
widget.
because it's definitely more than just a fidget. Those fidgets, those little animations are actually some of the animators' favorite things to do, just because they get to add a little more personality to the character instead of just that one pose in the shell. Oh, and one of the passion projects that the animators are working on now is going back and doing what they're calling legacy fidgets. So if you look back at like Cap, Spider-Man, a few of them already have them.
That's cool. It's awesome when you get to do the stuff that you're also, obviously we get to work with Marvel, it's great, but like within that, you get your own little passion project.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the raid, Rem.
What are some of your favorite characters, teams currently in the game?
Well, I am contractually obligated to say Phantom X because I needled from the day that I started. I needled Matt for that character in the game, and he didn't want to put him in because he is not one of Matt's favorite characters.
Dude, Phantom X sucks. Nobody knows who it is. There's so much cooler mutants we could have had that could have filled his exact role with the same kind of kit. So many. There's so many cooler characters we could have than Phantom X. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. She just has really bad taste. That's it. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if their opinion's really bad.
But I finally won. I finally was annoying enough that he put him in the game. So definitely Phantom X. I got to work really closely with the animator to make him a reality, which was really exciting for me. Outside of him, I have to say Silver Surfer, just because he was the first character that I helped with. And as far as
he's a cool character.
Go,
Surfer was really cool on his day, and he's still okay now.
Playing Weapon X. Because I get the most joy out of obliterating Heroes for Hire teams.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I like this girl. She gets it, okay? Heroes for Hire was made by the devil. Yes, she kind of courts with the devil. But teams that obliterate Heroes for Hire do feel good. And Weapon X does it the most brutally with just bleeds on bleeds on bleeds, which feels better than like ripping charges off, which feels mystical. The brutality behind Weapon X does make that matchup feel better.
Yeah.
So you're saying all I have to do is being annoying enough to Matt, and then I'll get what I want?
Yes.
Yeah, Cerebro, but keep in mind what Chromie just said. Matt will get back at you by making that character trash. That character will suck. Whoever liked Karnak, Matt just shit on them.
Start sending him like 10 pizzas every day until I get my favorite characters, which still have not all come into the game. We're getting there. So coming up, we have our...
What do you mean Dark Hunters are the Heroes for Hire counter? Maybe you're late to the game. Dark Hunters don't counter them at all anymore. With the Captain America or with the Drax in there, if you're not super careful with your skirmishers. Swarm is Matt's character and he's trash. That's true. So somebody saw how Matt was picking on people's favorite characters and they came in and just picked on Matt.
Our 5th anniversary, and one of the really cool things I'm excited about is we finally have the male Shield Medic costume that we're introducing.
Lie. Cap. I'm calling Cap again. Look at... What's the tell of a liar? They can't look somebody in the eyes. The second he said that, he started looking away.
Any challenges in bringing that to the game?
Because he is...
Any challenges? Yes. They understood that their community was going to say, what the fuck? Why?
A costume for a female character. All of his death audio were female. Were female audio.
That's kind of funny.
Audio sounds. So I believe we either went in and pulled them out individually or we took out the death audio sounds completely. I'm not sure, but
either way, there had to be audio adjustments.
It was a funny bug
to be real. They didn't have to do shit. They could have left everything sounding female and nobody would have fucking noticed because nobody plays with that character. They don't even put that character on enemy nodes because that character sucks so bad. They didn't put one shield medic in the Death Scourge, even though they were having us buff the minions for them. All right? They didn't have to do that. They're working on things they don't need to do because nobody was going to fucking hear that because nobody has the fucking game sound on either. This is a fat L for your time, Scopely. This is such a fat L. No one gives a shit about male medic. Oh my god.
Find.
Yeah, nice. All right, Ciara. Well, I really appreciate you taking some time to come by and share some of this information with us. Thank you so much.
Shout out to her for coming by, though.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Share
Is
with
this
your
it?
Alliance mates because you know they're going to love it. Hit that like button to show us some love, and we'll see you.
What the fuck? That's it? They didn't talk about anything for the anniversary stuff. What the fuck was that? Okay, wait. Is the Gambit event thing like I thought he was just talking about that might come sometime in the future. Is that going to be in the anniversary? They didn't say shit about what's coming for the anniversary. What the fuck?
See you next time.
Oh my god. Fat fucking L of all of our time.
You know, guys, my 4th anniversary with the studio's coming up pretty soon. So, you know, maybe get me a gold Rolex or something. All right, I'll take the rolled golds instead. Give me the pretzels.
Memory lane. Oh no. Okay, so the anniversary events are here. The anniversary events are here. Let's see what happens. Nips the Wolf hitting us with the sub. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, my friend. Welcome to the Dorky Dan. I am back and this game doesn't know what the fuck they're doing to increase the player base. Okay, let's go. Celebrate 5 years in Marvel Strike Force with the next month-long event. Memory Lane, this month-long milestone event contains the following events. So 5 main milestones, 4 quick rumbles, 4 charging station milestones. What is a charging station milestone? Make progress in these 10 events to earn points towards Memory Lane, which is packed with rewards, blah, blah, blah. Event schedule. The names of it doesn't make any sense. Charging station. Is this coordinated assault? Is this just coordinated assault and they just changed the name of it? Oh, okay. This is going to get bad. I'm already confused. Okay. Not hard to do, I guess. We'll release more info about each event closer. Okay, so basically, they made Archangel write all this out for nothing because it doesn't mean anything to us except that we know the names of events now. So we can cross Tana's videos when we get there. It's earning power cores. Earning power cores. That's fun. Earn big points by collecting the following special item from the above events. So it's the monthly stuff. This is the monthly stuff. Okay. All right. I think they're like contractually obligated to put her there because Kestrel and Deathpool are in here. So the next monthly event does not have a useful character. 15 Kestrel, Deathpool, Kestrel, Weaver. Oof. So the monthly event is going to be nothing except for a couple resources. Not a good start. Not a good start. Couple teal gear. Did they at least put the gold promos back in here? I'm not seeing gold promos. This might be the first monthly event that people can just say, I'm not going to care. Yeah, honestly, exactly what Dai is saying. This might be the first month where people say, I don't care. Yeah, great anniversary gift. Let the players stop playing for a little while so they realize how bad it's gotten and leave for good. Come on now. Why would you... Is the skin in here or something at least for Kestrel? Doesn't look like it. So there'll be a couple teal pieces. Okay, I don't even want it. They're just horrible. Leaderboard. Okay, auction. Yeah, just auction. Monthly auction. Just change the word there. Make it make sense. Strike Assemble Sweepstakes. Don't miss your chance to win prizes in the Strike Assemble Sweepstakes. You can submit one entry. Okay, this is where we're going to get the free skin, whatever, that you're never going to use because it's Shield Medic. 25 grand prize winners will receive the art. Okay. Heartgrave said something that I thought was really funny about this. He's like, oh, they're cleaning out the offices and they need to get rid of the art books. I thought that was pretty funny. 475 second place winners will win the Spiffy Special Edition pin. That's probably what they should have given Cerebro instead of those pretzels. Later, Archangel. Have a good one. Don't swear too much. Good one. Returning to the Shadows. The first is he leaving because I'm about to get to the juicy stuff? Is that why Archangel just dipped out? Memory Lane events kick off March 2nd at 1 p.m. with Return to the Shadows. Infiltrate big. Okay, whatever. Milestone. Open gold orbs. Spend campaign energy, excluding ISO, and use Move in Shadows events energy. Move in the Shadows event energy when the event begins. What is the Move in the Shadows event? So open gold orbs, spend campaign energy. That is like Krakeny stuff. What is Move? Does anyone know what this this is? All recycled shit. Okay, so the monthly stuff, it comes down at 24. That's the last one. So open gold orb, move in the shadows. What is move in the shadows? I want to know what that is before we keep going. We don't know? What is move in the shadows? Yo, they want us to spend cores on the fucking Psylocke event to take part in this shit? Psylocke event energy. So they want you to be spending your cores on Psylocke. Holy fucking dummies. No, I won't do it. I won't do it. Hopefully I'll get the monthly event. Is there anything worthwhile after the monthly stuff? Gear tier 16 orbs, a couple teal pieces, gear tier 7, the 2, who cares? Some focus catalyst probably, because it sucks, right? Nothing is worth it. Nothing here is worth it. At all. At all, at all, at all. Try and get it. If you can get it without spending a single Psylocke energy, do that. Because this is garbage. 30,000. They put extra points on the Psylocke one, but it's capped at 17. Yo, no. It can't go like this. How many gold orbs would you need to do it with just gold orbs? How many points do we need? We need 30,100. Did I get that right? 30,100. We divided that by 500. 60 gold orbs to get... Okay. I think it'll be okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not opening gold orbs anymore, and I think I'm up to like 20 now since the last event. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm nowhere near that. Hold on. I'm at 30 gold orbs. I don't spend a single gold orb anymore. Make sure you're finding those gold orb nodes, the Echo and the Anti-Venom daily. 60. You need 60. And Pocket Dimension gave us a bunch. Okay, that's why I'm up to 30, because Pocket Dimension. Don't core for Psylocke. Don't even look at this event. This is fucking garbage. Everything past the monthly milestone stuff is trash, and everything in the monthly milestone stuff is also trash. This is just a hard pass. This is a super hard pass. The only thing that looks good is the leaderboards. Okay, so this is where they're going to get people. Because if they want the 1-2% for those 750 dark promos, do that. People who want to get that 7 red Dormammu, maybe they'll go hard. This will also affect... Oh, so there's ions in there. There you go. That's what they'll get people. 180,000 level 5 ions, I think lets you put on one piece. I think it lets you put on one ISO crystal. So this is just a fat L. This is a fat L, guys. Unless you're going to Kraken out. It's not even top 100. It's top 75. Unless you're going to Kraken out. Jesus Christ. Look at this jump. From 180 to 1.7 million. Fuck you, player base. That's what this is. This is a fuck you player base. Yo, this is cracked. This is fucking cracked. What are they on? A-list part. Is this just Quick Rumble? Okay, nobody cares. It's just it's easy to do. Death Saga comes out on the 27th. That is in 3 days. Cool. Does it say when Apocalypse comes out? Is it the same day? This is the way they're going to bleed us for power cores. Yeah, honestly, you don't want to get 1 to 2% here. You do not want to get 1 to 2%. Aim for 3 to 10. I'd rather have 250 level 4 than I would 180 level 5. It's so bad. The conversion on this is so bad. It's nasty. The dark promos, yeah. Okay, actually, the dark promos are nice. It's an extra 250 dark promos. Actually, I don't know. I would be happy with 3 to 10. If I got 1 to 2, I'd be like, whatever. But I plan on doing absolutely nothing for this event besides getting the monthly milestone. So I get a couple free teal pieces at the end of the month, which are gear tier 16, not even gear tier 17 pieces. So it's not even that valuable. Ooh, the more I think about it, the more this just is bad. Death Saga is cool, though. Lots of people will get some extra T2, L4, and L5 to put on some characters. So expect some bigger horseman teams. Yeah, we know what's in them. Strike Pass. The upcoming Apocalypse Saga with the upcoming Strike Pass starting on March 1st. Many rewards. Featured character will be Nemesis and Kestrel. I understand that Kestrel's a good character. I get it. She's also an old character. They had an event campaign for her. She's now on the milestone orbs. I'm glad new players will get Kestrel. In the strike passes, only put new unfarmable characters if you expect people to fucking pay for it, okay? You know what you should be doing with Kestrel? You should be handing her out like fucking candy on Halloween, all right? Just think for a second how to make the game fun and how to give new and mid-game players everything they need to enjoy the game so they don't quit when they see you making them core fucking Psylocke, okay? Fucking make the game fun. There's so much potential in the game to be fun. Oh my god. Just give this shit away. When somebody starts a new account, they should give you 100 Kestrel shards just for playing for a week. Same with Surfer. They should just be giving those characters away. Make people have fun. Keep them around. Moonstone availability. If you can't wait to add Moonstone to your Master Evil team, don't miss her limited time offers that become available on the 3rd. Okay, so they're telling us when the offers are going live. They're live on the 3rd. Okay. And speaking of more power, Moonstone will be featured in the Red Star Orbs with an increased drop rate of 15% on March 3rd. Remember, they've warned us that it's on us if she's not actually in there. So I wouldn't risk it anymore. Free King Friday, make sure you go and get that. They gave us almost 2 Kang shards. They almost gave us 2 Kang shards today. They just were 200 frags short of giving us 2 Kang shards. So very, very generous of them. Black Panther Blitz. I'm a fan of that. Look, Blitz I'm okay when they do older characters, especially the older characters that are good for Flash events, or that they have had reworks like a Nebula Blitz or a Gamora Blitz. Black Panther, Okoye, those kind of blitzes. Psylocke Blitz I'm cool with. Even the Psylocke event I'm cool with if they didn't make a score for it. I'm good with them using that for Blitz if they're not going to use Blitz for new characters anymore. The United Kingdom's repeating event. Black Bolt's Quick Rumble, and Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory is less exciting now. They used to give us a lot of gold promos. We used to get like 50 or something in the monthly event, right? Or maybe I'm overdoing that. Maybe 40. It kind of felt like we were getting enough gold promos without spending a dime to do 1 new character to 6 red stars every month. And I thought that was healthy. I thought it was fun. It made me feel good. And then they took it all away, which is what they do. I'm gonna upload this as a video. So that was uploaded as a video.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.